Fox News, Asherhawk and Magliano.
The Peloponnesian War is now over.
After a hard-fought war, Sparta has won. Although Sparta has won, they've took a lot of damage. Athens was left bankrupt.
The war has gone on for nearly 30 years. It all started when the Athenians created the Delion League for protection. Then the Athenians became stronger, but the Spartans made the Peloponnesian League to fight back.
The Spartans became alert of Athens' strength, which brought a conflict between each other, causing a war to happen.
Two important people part of the Peloponnesian League named Corinth and Megara started to fight, and each other wanted more land. The war was going to happen between them, but right before it all started, the Athens alliance became weaker and everyone became angry with the Athenians.
Though at first the Athens seemed to have a very strong army, they began to lose their allies. The Delian League began to fall apart. The war was a long, tough war with an outcome leaving both sides destroyed.
Both sides have received monumental damage that will be hard to repair. It doesn't seem like either side won because both sides were left in trouble.
Historians have traditionally divided the war into three phases. In the first phase, the Arctic-Daman War, Sparta tried many invasions, while Athens took advantage of its naval supremacy to raid the coast of the Peloponnesian, attempting to withhold signs of unrest in its empire. The period of war was concluded in 421 BC with the signing of peace of Nicaeus.
The alliance, however, was soon undetermined by renewed fighting in the Peloponnese in 415 BC. Athens dispatched a huge expeditionary force to attack Syracuse in Sicily. The attack failed disastrously, and destruction of the entire force in 413 BC. This ushered the final phase of war, which is generally referred to either as the Peloponnesian War or the Ionian War. In this phase, Sparta, now receiving support from Persia, supported rebellions in Athens' subject states in the Aegean Sea and Ionia, undermining Athens' empire and eventually depriving the city of naval supremacy. The destruction of Athens' fleet, the Iagostani, effectively ending the war, and Athens surrendered in the following year. Corinth and Thebes demanded the Athens should be destroyed and all of its citizens should be enslaved, but Sparta refused.
The Peloponnesian War reshaped the ancient Greece world. On the level of international relations, Athens, the strongest city-state in Greece prior to the war beginning, was reduced to a state of near-complete subjection, while Sparta became established as the leading power of Greece. The economic costs of the war were felt all across Greece. Poverty became widespread in the Peloponnese.
While Athens found itself completely devastated and never regained its pre-war prosperity, the war also brought big changes to Greek society. The conflict between the democratic Athens and the oligarchy Sparta, in each of which supported friendly political factions within other states, this made civil war a common occurrence in the Greek world.
The 30-year peace was first challenged in 440 BC, when Athens' powerful ally, Samos, rebelled from its alliance with Athens. The rebels quickly secured the support of a Persian satrap, and Athens found itself facing the prospect of revolts throughout the empire. The Spartans, whose intervention would have been triggered for a massive war to determine the fate of the empire, called a congress of the allies to discuss the possibility of war with Athens. Sparta's powerful ally of Corinth was notably opposed to intervention, and the Congress voted against war with Athens. The Athenians crushed the revolt, and peace was maintained.
Greek warfare, meanwhile, originally a limited and formalized form of conflict, was transformed into an all-out struggle between city-states. The Peloponnesian War marked the dramatic end to the 5th century BC and the Golden Age of Greece.
Now, we have Sadie live from the aftermath.
Now, we will be interviewing Larissa. Where are you from, Larissa?
I'm originally from the city-states of Athens.
Great. So can you tell me who led the Athens in this war?
Gladly. We were led by our general Pericles. He wanted to strengthen democracy and glorify Athens.
Oh, right, of course. Tell me, in your opinion, which city-state do you think started the war?
That's a good question. Sparta canceled the peace treaty with Athens. Then Spartan soldiers from Thebes tried to seize control of the town in Athens. Therefore, I believe that the Spartans did it.
I see. Remind us again, what age did the Peloponnesian War happen in?
This happened in the Golden Age.
When did the war start, and when did it end?
It started in about 431 BCE and ended in about 404 BCE.
That is quite a while. Who exactly won the war?
Sparta won, but the Greeks are continuing to fight for some reason.
That's interesting. How did this affect other city-states?
Other smaller city-states were dragged into the fight. I don't believe that they purposely tried to get into the fight.
That's too bad. I bet there were dangerous items used. What weapons were used?
The war is known for using an ancient flamethrower. A flamethrower included a hollow log, pitch, gasoline-like substance, and had bellows on the side that blew flaming sulfur.
Wow, that's intimidating. Something related to Sophocles was said to have lifted the spirits of the Athens after losing the war. What was it, and who was he?
Sophocles was a famous writer. He wrote more than 100 plays. He died at age 90 in 406 BC. His grandson, also named Sophocles, presented his death as a dramatic festival in 401 BC.
Okay, who is King Philip and Alexander the Great?
After the war, in the north was King Philip of Macedonia. King Philip noticed that the Greeks divided and were weak. He saw this as a chance to gain control over us. He conquered most of mainland Greece, but allowed the city-states to keep many of their freedoms. King Philip's son, Alexander the Great, ended up conquering all of Greece and almost all of the known world.
If I don't recall, you're a slave, correct?
Yes, that is right. I was born into a family of slaves because my parents were slaves.
How did this war affect the slaves?
This was actually a good thing for the slaves. It allowed the slaves to have a chance to escape, those of who worked in the silver mines.
What did you do during the war?
Well, I'm a privately owned slave, and I did not try to run away. Most privately owned slaves didn't try to run away because runaway slaves would just be resold in any refugee case.
I understand. That was the last question. Thank you for being with us, Larissa.
Thank you for having me.
That was the story of the Athenian point of view on the Peloponnesian War. Back to you, Maggie, now.
That's a live report.
Yes, that was lovely, wasn't it?
We will be checking in with them several times over the next few days.
And later through the show, we will meet up with Sadie, interviewing Lysander from Sparta, and look through his perspective of the Peloponnesian War.
Yes, stay tuned with us after this commercial break. Living safely from the results of the Peloponnesian War? If so, then this is what you need. Some people are dealing with loss of family members and destroyed homes. As the Delion League has fallen apart, more and more citizens are desperate in need for help. That is why we have many workers dedicating their lives to you.
My mom died and my home got destroyed. Where should I go now?
Well, Trevor, we are here for you. Our company, City State Farm, was made just for things like this.
Really? How?
City State Farm deals with all ages to protect them from all the destruction that the Peloponnesian War has caused. Some are left with no homes or family left. We also help provide new clothes, shelter, and food.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Trevor, as much as I would like to stay and chat, you are not my only customer, and I have other citizens to help.
Thanks so much for your help. I will definitely talk to your company again.
I must leave now. Like a good citizen, City State Farm is there. So, if you are in need of insurance or help on getting back on your feet, then call us now. 108 City State. That's another live report.
Seems like there's a lot of distraction back there.
I hope you are all doing all right.
Yes, hopefully City State Farm will be by to help you all get out back there on their feet.
Right before we end the show, one last commercial break and interview.
Story, we present to you the secret life of the Peloponnesian War, about life through the hard-fought fight between the Spartans and Athens. Three phases were brought into the war: the Archidamon War, the Peace of Nicaeus, and the Silican Expedition, and the Ionian War. These phases finally led to a victory. The question is, who? Will Sparta win? Or will it be Athens? In theaters, August 23rd, 2020. In the studio, going live with Sadie.
I'm here with the Spartan soldier who fought for the brave Spartan general Lysander. Why was Lysander such a great general?
Lysander was a great general who led the Spartans in war against Athenians in the Peloponnesian War. He was great at what he did.
How did his life really start?
He grew up in a non-wealthy family. Nobody really knows when Lysander was born.
How many battles do you think Lysander led you into?
He led us into so many battles, I couldn't even recall how many. The one I really remember was the one when we were ambushed.
Why is that battle so memorable?
Because that was when the legend of Lysander ended.
What allies did Lysander make?
There are so many, so I'll only name one, the Persians. He had gained Cyrus the Younger's support.
How did Lysander help defeat the Athenians?
Lysander defeated the Athenians by cutting off their grain supply. He did so by copying the Athenians and making his own fleet. He destroyed the fleet of ships and cut off the supply.
What happened after that?
Well, the Athenians were forced to surrender.
Well, what type of government was established while Lysander was still at the helm?
Lysander created a government. Lysander created a government called the 30 Tyrants. He let his closest friends onto the committee, and that made him really unpopular throughout Greece.
How did Lysander become king of Greece?
Even though Lysander wasn't even part of a royal family, he was still considered a good king.
What happened after Lysander's first term?
He wanted to go for a second term. Alas, it was against Spartan law.
What happened after that?
Lysander was nominated second in command, though he still led his armies into battle.
Interesting. Did he join any groups?
Yes, he did. He joined the Spartan kings, the Aegis, Cornisias, and Attic.
What? Was he ever drawn into a war?
Yes, one time Alcibiades was with the Spartans, but he joined the Athenians, so his lieutenant, Antiochus, provoked Lysander into a battle. Lysander accepted the challenge and fought against Antiochus and won. Then, the Athenians removed Alcibiades from his commands.
Did Lysander ever get a successor?
Yes, when the Spartans chose Callicrates as Lysander's successor, Lysander set funds for the increase to pay back Cyrus and taking the fleet back to Peloponnese.
Did Lysander ever go?
And remember, when in doubt, dab it out.